Good morning. Don't know how long I'm going to be on. I'm on 48 hours no sleep. Almost 48 hours. So, how are y'all doing today, tonight, whatever this is, this morning? Hey, Abe, I'm becoming you, brother. I ain't. Oh, I can't get my brain to shut down. I've tried and I've tried, but my brain just won't shut off. Welcome to your world. Well, this is your world, son. It sucks. I've been trying, but it just don't. It just don't want to cooperate. Hey, Josie, how are you, honey? Hey, did you get my email I sent you? That way, the next time you do a live and I see something I want, you have my information. Okay, cool. I had a man get a hold of me today wanting to sell me a heifer. If I had the money, I would grab her up. She's 7 months old, and he only wants $375 for her. And at 7 months old, she can be taught easily to be a milk cow, and she's a Holstein. So anyway, maybe the good Lord will smile upon me and send me bukus of money. Okay. And if I get knocked off, my internet is screwy. They decided to change internet companies at the place where I get my internet. They decided to go with a company out of Texas, and they've been switching everything over, and it knocks us down while it's updating its stuff. You fell asleep watching TV? Well, I can get on the computer and I'll get so sleepy. I can go lay down and my eyes go boing. My husband goes, "Do you think it's your medication?" And I'm thinking, I've been taking this medicine now since 2012. It shouldn't start doing that to me now. And usually my blood pressure medicine makes me so sleepy that it'll knock me out. I may have to take me a Benadryl. So while he was asleep tonight, I decided, well, Oh, cool. I don't know what that is. What is PSN? Because I have a feeling I'm going to be demonetized very quick because my stuff is dropping fast. But I decided while he was asleep, I was going to wallpaper. So I did a little bit of wallpapering. I don't know if you'll be able to tell anything. Can you tell? Uh-oh. Oh, poot. Dang it, Dana, leave well enough alone. Poot. So now I've just got to go up so far with my wainscoting and I'll call it good. It says we have 5 in here and only have 2 talking to me. Y'all get to talking. Hey, Wendy. How are you, hon? I have got a mess and a half in here from moving crap around to wallpaper. And when crap went to falling, I thought, oh, shit, gonna wake Rick up. Hey, April. But he slept through it, so evidently I didn't get too loud. So I have to see if Rick can bring me home my boards and the paneling I'm going to use this weekend. I can get one wall done. Well, one wall of the dining room. Well, I'm happy you got to come on. You know, yes, the other day was the first time I got a live notification from you. Hey, Linda. How are you? Yeah, I've had your bell rung, and that's the first time I've gotten a notification of any kind. And I was like, holy, Josie's on. I'm good. I can't sleep. I ain't had no sleep in 2 days. I tried to take a nap this afternoon. I no more than got laid down and started to doze off. Rick come home. And I was like, poot. Can you tell I got bags under my eyes? No, they're not. Like I said, that was the first notification I ever got. And I was just happy I got to go. And then Rick said, well, we got to go to town. So, anyway, I could probably drink some of Rick's stuff over there and then knock me out, but I don't like it. Wild turkey is just a little too wild for me. I know, I just can't get my brain to shut down. Like I said today, I finally started to doze off. And Rick walked in the door and says, "Hey, babe, I'm home." He's like, so maybe I'll just be so tired that I'll sleep. I may sleep all afternoon. So how you all been doing? You noticed I said you all instead of y'all. I'm trying to learn proper English. People say I talk too much like a hit. I can't help it. One person told me, said, they called on the phone and I was that's talking to them, and it was a cousin of mine. And she said, she said, you should really try to lose the accent. I said, Krista, we were both born and raised in Scipio. I said, you just happen to be in other country, and you have been for the last 20 years. It'd be kind of hard for me to lose the accent. Oh, no. I'm sorry, K-Dog. Oh, she wasn't trying to be rude. She was just trying to tell me that I needed to start speaking better. Well, she lost hers, but she's living in Slovenia, so and she talks like a city girl now. But she was just laughing at me and saying I needed to lose my accent. I think she's just kidding. Because she'll call me and she'll say, I just want to hear home. Oh, I've been accused of talking loud all my life. Rick will say, well, you ain't got to talk so loud. I said, yes, I do, or you'll ignore me. Duh. Hey, Jana. Oh, I take it the bad words come out, huh? Well, Jana, how are you liking it at the new place? So the temper, did the chat stay up the other night, or do y'all know? That crazy keeps catching my eye. They said they're going to take their fish home. Amanda says I feed it too much. He only eats 3 times a day. All right, Josie, you take care. Sweet dreams. I hope you get to sleep good. Do you like the house? Is it big enough for all your stuff? I hadn't got to talk to you other than through here. Well, that was rude. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try not to be on here too long tonight. I got a dog wants out. Be right back. Oh, my baby's asleep. Oh, well, that's good. So you got moved okay. Well, kind of. Okay. Oh, shoot. I won't be on here too long tonight. Rick will be getting up in a little while anyway. So, April, what are you doing up so early? Wendy, she's all hours. And nobody's talking. There must be one heck of a drag. Or lag. Whatever the heck it's called. Talk to smart ass. uh, hey, Jeffrey. It's hotter than 80s here. It's been triple digits the last few days. It's hot. How are you, Jeffrey? What are you doing up so early? Yeah, it's supposed to be like that 110, 109, 110. That's not counting the heat index. Um, Saturday, Friday and Saturday. So it's hotter than heck. Say prayers for me, Jeffrey. Say prayers for me. A guy contacted me today wanting me to buy a calf that's a heifer calf that's 7 months old. And it's a Holstein, so therefore a milk cow. He only wants $375 for it, which is darn good. So pray the good Lord wants me to have it and decides to figure out how I get the money for it. I want to. If I had the money, I would buy it in a heartbeat. So say a prayer that the good Lord blesses me some way, because my money for the month's gone. So I was really wanting a Jersey, but he has a Holstein that's 7 months old. So that means in just a few months, she can actually be bred. So nah, he can't, because he's needing the money. So maybe the Father above will figure out a place or a way to say, hey, kid, here you go. Hey, Abe, welcome back. And what is a P in whatever? I was thinking, oh, darn it. He will provide. He will provide. Just say prayers. Oh, PlayStation Network. I'd never heard of such a thing. Of course, I don't have any PlayStations. I don't have no kind of. Well, Kate has a game system, but I don't know what it is. It's old. And let me tell you, she tells me how old it is. It's only like 10 years old. I think it's an Xbox. It was a hand me down. Oh, honey, I don't know anybody that want to help me get a cow. Oh, you don't like PCs or laptops? Oh, okay. Oh, Jeffrey, you're so sweet. But that would be a step closer to being email and talk you. Huh? Either my brain's not working very good or it just totally went over my head. But I don't know how to do a GoFundMe. I have have my PayPal, but that's all I know how to do. I don't know how to. Oh, email you about the cow. Oh, okay. Well, technically, she's just a heifer right now. She's still a calf. And I don't know if they would I just put for the farm? Would I put for a cow? What would I? Oh, thank you, Aid. Would I just put for the farm? Because I don't know if they'll let you raise money for a cow. Hey, Z. How are you, baby? Well, I have the trailer. I have the pickup. I just don't got the money. Oh, yeah, I don't think UPS or FedEx or USPS would send it. I see. I don't know anything about the GoFundMe. All I know how to do is my ask Craig for a 30-day loan. He'd charge me interest. Oh, well, I would ask Rick, but right now he's going through some stuff. Between his gonna have to have surgery on his hip, he found out that he's got the onset of glaucoma. He's not a happy camper. I am doing great. Ain't had no sleep, but I'm doing great. I need to do dishes. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. He's asked me, he goes, bless his heart. He goes, I'm 56 years old. I said, yeah, babe. He goes, what the hell else could go wrong? I said, oh, Lord, don't say that, babe. Don't say that because all sorts of shit can go wrong. Oh, bless his heart. He said, I just want to be able to work 6 more years. He said, as long as I can work 6 more years, he said, that's all I want. I said, well, babe, I said, look at it this way. You already have 35 years in. I said, you have your time vested. If you got to retire, you got to retire. He says, I will never be able to make it on what I'll make a month. And I looked at him. I said, yes, we can. I said, we may not be able to go anywhere and do nothing. But I said, heck, we don't go nowhere and do nothing now. But if I was to get the cow and my neighbors let me borrow a bull, I've got a cousin that I know will let me take her and have her bred. That'll get us started a little closer to where he can retire. And then I can eventually buy a bottle baby bull, and I'll have my own bull. But I want more than one cow when I get a bull. But I think it'd just be cheaper or easier for me to say, hey, will you bring your bull over here? And what are you going to charge me for stud fee? Or if I just wait around long enough, the neighbor's bull will jump in our place. So either way, it's a win-win. But our neighbor has a big old beautiful black Angus bull. And he gets tired of being around those girls, and he'll come over here. And he's really friendly. I ain't seen him in about 6 months. Jean might have got upset with him and finally. Oh, I know. That's what I keep telling him, Jeffrey. He probably won't charge me a dime. And of course, my uncle has cattle. So seriously doubt if he'll charge me. And it'd be easier on me to just have cows than it would be a bull. Because I'm going to tell you what, when them bulls decide to start fighting each other through a fence, if I have a bull here and my neighbor has a bull here, and they start, oh my goodness gracious, them bulls will tear a fence down in a heartbeat. So if I could just have cows, I wouldn't gripe if a neighbor's bull slipped in here and did his job. Yeah, it could be a real blessing. Well, like I told him, I said, you're so stressed. I said, you're finding out I said, you're getting older. You're finding out all this stuff is happening to you. I said, your back's screwed up, your hip's screwed up, and now you've got the onset of glaucoma. You really need to start thinking about slowing down and taking life a little easier. You can't work yourself to death. And I told him, I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I would love to have the help around here. Of course, he'd be doing everything but what I wanted to do, but that's besides the point. He probably could if he would try, Jeffrey. What would happen if you got those mutant bulls or cows with a muscular... Oh, you mean the ones that are all buff? That has muscles popping out everywhere? Those are ugly. Oh, I seen them. They freaked me out. I seen some of those and I thought, oh, Lord, no. I would eventually like to have some little Highland cows, though. But they're not cheap. And Rick tells me, no, we're going to have cows. We're going to have cows that are big, big cows, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, But these are little, they won't hurt me as bad. Oh, uh-oh. Did I go off? Oh, Wendy sent me a message. It makes me nervous when I start hearing stuff ding ding. Because I went off the other night and Wes and them went to sending me messages saying, hey, you're buffering. You're not here. So I thought, oh, did I go off? Oh. So what are y'all's plans for today? Mine is to eventually get some sleep. You see, that's why I was wanting the jerseys, is because they do have so much more butter, or the milk fat. Wes is trying to, if he can come up with the money. Bless their hearts. He called me the day that they were to leave. And he said, I'm not going to get to come. And I said, okay. He said, our pump went out on our well and something else happened. And he went to get the stuff. Well, he had to order the pump. The pump wasn't going to be there for a week. And he said, well, I'm not going to be here without water for a week. Well, they live in the desert. I don't blame them. So next thing I know, he's up here. And all sorts of things came up, and he had to use all of his savings to fix that pump. Well, they found the land that they wanted, and now sweetheart, I ain't got it. I'm sorry. And if the land had a house on it, he could get it zeroed down. But since the land does not have a house on it, they want 2/3 for the down payment of what the land would cost. And he goes, oh my gosh, I don't have that. And I told him, I said, well, put it out there. We'll help what we can, you know. But the land that he found is about 2 hours, 1.5 to 2 hours from me. And it is here in Oklahoma. He wouldn't be in the desert no more. Oh my gosh, I know, right? They would be some mutated cows. So he's trying to come up with the money to where he can have the down payment for that place and have enough money for the well. Yeah, he's got to sell his other place, but he has to have this money before closing. If not, he loses the deal, the land, and he don't have enough time to get his house up on the market. And they have to have a place for him to stay, because Liz still has 2 more years, I believe, before she can draw 2 or 3 more years before she can draw her retirement. So she's wanting to stay there and work. And he wants to be able to come down here and work on this while she's working. That way, when she gets through with her retirement, He's got the house built and everything here ready for them. So, did that make sense? But yeah, he will be selling it. Yeah, the timing is really bad. Well, and the people that's behind him, he got his bid in first on the house and they accepted it. But if he doesn't have the money by the 30th, I believe, it's the 30th of this month, then it will go to the other guys that bid for it, and all they're doing is buying the land up around there to sell it at a higher price. And this is, I believe he said it was 30, or maybe it was 40 acres. Hey, do you remember how many acres it is? I can't remember. But the reason they jumped on it was because of how cheap it was. And those other people are wanting to buy it so they can double their money. So I'd rather somebody get it that can actually use the land, that needs it, as somebody that's just I'm gonna buy it and double my money. And I think they have, oh, I can't remember. Oh, I don't want no stinging nettles. I got some of them buggers. They hurt. I have comfrey. We've got stinging nettles out here, and if I can get rid of them buggers, I'm going to. You ever been stung by one of them suckers? Well, I tell you what, Aid, you come here, buddy. You can have all the nettle soup you want. Because my lands, those things hurt. I get stung by one of those things and I'll whelp up for 3 days. That could be. That could be, Jeffrey. The way I see it, if God wants him to have the land, he's got the GoFundMe up there. And God will put it on people's heart to donate if he's supposed to have it. So, I mean, I donated what I could. High nutrition content. Well, they got some high potency whelping content too. I was out there today pulling weeds and darn near grabbed a hold of one. And I said, whoa, no, I don't want that. But we never had stinging nettles until the county ripped this up in front of our house. Good morning. This has got to be Todd. When they ripped the sod up and everything in front of our house, redoing the road, They brought in the cheapest stuff that they could find, and it was full of stinging nettles. And now I have them everywhere. Oh, cool. The only thing I know, Jeffrey, is you got to dig them suckers up by the root and burn them. That's the only thing I know. That's the only way I know to get rid of them. And they're nasty little buggers. And I've been fighting cuckleburs like crazy. Oh my gosh. I ain't never seen so many blame cuckleburs in all my life. I got to get rid of those cuckleburs because if I do end up getting a milk cow, you ever had a cocklebur in a milk cow tail and they hit you upside the head? I have. Don't feel good. It can stay free somewhere else. I don't want it on my place. My goats won't even eat it. It's a pretty plant. Oh, it's pretty. It gets the prettiest little white bell flowers on it you ever seen. But it's also got some of the nastiest little thorns you ever seen. And they get you and you sting and you itch and you scratch so much you just claw the hide off. But I've been pulling up cocklebur plants like crazy. Goats won't even eat them. I have the pickiest goats I ever seen in my life. Everybody says goats won't eat grass. Well, obviously you haven't met mine because they'll eat everything they'll eat the trees. They'll eat the grass. They'll eat my rose bushes. They ate my garden. But they won't eat the stinging nettle. Yeah, it's like, Jiminy Christmas. Y'all are spoiled too, huh? I know Willow is, her and Daniel. Oh, the county won't come back and get the nettles. It's been too long. And when we had moved away and wasn't living here, well, they growed and seeds spread, and now it's everywhere. We never had cuckleburs either until they bought that cheap sod. And now there's cuckleburs everywhere. And it's like, just in one little area, just one tiny little area. In about 10 minutes, I pulled up 50 cocklebur plants. Oh, yeah. They'll whelp you up. You'll think you've been in poison ivy. And sting. Oh, my gosh. So I stay away from those suckers. People say they're good to eat, but I ain't even going to attempt it. My luck, I wouldn't do it right and end up, or I'd be allergic to it. I've been watching for lamb's quarter. I used to get lamb's quarter all the time, and I didn't. I just thought it was weed. I didn't think it was worth anything. I've always pulled that stuff up by the roots. Now that I want some, I ain't got none. I could kick myself in the butt. Oh, y'all, my cucumbers was looking so pretty. They were looking so pretty. They were taking off. I was getting cucumbers. Rick said, "Why don't you let the goats out of the pen for a little while?" Okay. I had to come in and cook. Well, less than an hour, they had demolished my cucumber plants. They started on the eggplants. Thank God the tomatoes wasn't nowhere where they could get to them. I looked at him and I go, "Yeah, you and your bright ideas." At least we got 5 cucumbers off of it. They're good for fertilizer. What do you do? Make a tea out of them? Because I wouldn't want to put them in a compost. You'd end up with stinging nettles coming up everywhere. Yeah, it was. I got 5 cucumbers off of it. It's 5 more than I would have had. But my beautiful roses, they just ate them down to nubs. You made bread and butter pickles. It's probably too hot, Wendy. Mine won't. I've heard goats do, but mine won't. Now, if mine were brush goats, they might because they eat everything. But I don't have brush goats. Seriously considering some eventually. But yeah, my goats won't eat them. Now, my goats will eat briars, but they won't eat stinging nettles. Milk thistle. I'd have to look it up. You've been drying green onions? Well, I asked Rick, I said, "Well, what do you want for supper tomorrow?" He said, "Something cold." And I looked at him, I said, "A sandwich?" He goes, "No." I said, "A salad?" He goes, "No." And he goes, "Hey, can we have a fruit salad?" I said, "For supper?" He goes, "Yeah." So I guess we're going to be eating fruit salad for supper. Well, it'll be tonight now. I thought, well, shoot, I couldn't ask for that to be any simpler. He said, "We have that watermelon." I said, "Yeah." I said, "But you're going to want more than just watermelon." He just looked at me and grinned. And I said, "Will you bring home some cantaloupe and some strawberries and stuff?" And he goes, Yeah. I said, okay. Because I don't want just watermelon. I'd be running to the bathroom all night long with the trots. I would literally have the running trots. I like adding whipped cream. Well, as long as the blooms stay on, you got a chance, Wendy. Watermelon salad with basil and mint. Go ahead, send me the recipe, Jana. I've got basil and I've got mint. I finally found spearmint. Man, it has taken off. And I have chocolate mint. I have peppermint. I have another kind of mint, and I don't remember what it is. But yeah, he's wanting something cold for supper. I said, okay. I mean, shoot, all I have to do is spend time in there cutting crap up. No cooking. Yay. And I may use the rind for the bowl. Make a nettle tea. I don't want to get near the nettles. They're mean. What do you do? Just cut it off and put the whole thing in hot water? Or what? I mean, what do you do? I don't know. Oh, so yeah, that's all he wanted for supper was fruit. I'm like, and I can do that. Give me a break from that stove for a little bit. I have mullein. Just infuse them just like tea. Stem and all, just leaves. Do you leave the flowers on them? I mean, because ours is blooming right now. It's gotten hot enough for the blooms to go everywhere. Oh, I sent out there this evening. I wish I'd have had y'all on chat or been on a live. Just burn the nettles. I turned, and over where we had just brush hogged over here on the east side of the house, there were 5 deer out there grazing. Then Blue seen them and chased them. I was reading, bopping. I said, no, leave my deer alone. Heat kills the sting. Okay, so just cut them off and throw them in there. Don't worry about the flowers. If it's got flowers on it, the flowers ain't going to poison me. I don't want to be poisoned. If I get poisoned, I'm going to say, Aid did it to me. Burn the nettles with the torch. Oh, it's good too. Okay. Well, Aid, I may try some and do a video just for you. But if I get stung, you'll probably hear me chewing on you. Say, Aid, you see this? This was because of you. Okay, Jana. I'll answer if I'm not asleep. If I'm asleep, I'll call you back when I wake up. I'll just send you a message, say, hey, I wake now. Now, will it keep in the ice box? And if so, do you add honey? Do you add anything to it? I couldn't find any lemon balm, and my catnip didn't make it. I thought catnip was just for cats because I was growing it for my cat because she's crazy. Oh, maple syrup. I don't got no maple syrup. I got honey. Oh, you don't put no cantaloupe or anything else in it? Huh. Well, I don't want just watermelon. So I told him to bring home some strawberries and banana, strawberries, cantaloupe. And told him if he wanted blueberries, grab some because I don't care for blueberries. You just drank some catnip tea? What, does it relax you like it does a cat? Oh, did they? Cool. Well, I've got spearmint. I got peppermint. I got spearmint. I got chocolate mint. Hell, I said that while ago. Can you tell I'm getting tired? I see there's a lot of these herbs and stuff I don't know nothing about. We always bought everything. I didn't know you could raise them until Jana told me. So then I need to get me some more of that and drink me some catnip tea. I'll have to see if I can find any place that has any around because I don't know how, but I killed mine. Don't know how I did it. Everything else is growing. But yeah, I killed, what was it, my catnip and one other herb. And I ain't figured out how I did it. Because I have it growing, had it growing with all the other herbs. They took off. It just turned brown and died. And I was like, well, poot far. What kind of pain? I mean, are you talking about a herb? And I don't know of any herbs for pain other than the wacky weed, and I don't want nothing to do with it. Oh, really? Oh, my oregano went crazy. My thyme went crazy. My sage, I had a little plant like this. Just a little bitty plant like that. Now I have a plant like this. Oh, you sent a link on MeWe. Okay, I have been forgetting about MeWe. Oh, water? That word that you said, grow and whatever. Will you put a what it sounds like down in the bar? Because I cannot pronounce that. I haven't yet, Jana. I need to, but I'm scared to cut them. They're so pretty. But I'm gonna have to separate big time. When's the best time to separate them? When would be the best time to separate my plants? Because I mean, why what? Why separate them? Because they're all taking over that tire, and it's getting too crowded. I have them in, those big tires I used to have strawberries in. Those big front end loader tires. Well, I'll put my herbs in it, and it's everywhere. Oh, I don't know of any herbs for pain other than the wacky weed, and I'm terrified of the wacky weed. Quinoa, quinoa. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Well, they look so pretty. I just didn't want to ruin them. Because, man, they're pretty. Do y'all know of a herb that she can use for pain? Like I said, the only thing I know of that's pain herb is wacky weed. I'm terrified of that stuff. I lost two brothers to drugs, and I'm terrified of it. Well, what in which one's Bloom? Morning, Brenda. Hey, Wendy, Brenda'd be the one to ask. All of them bloom? I've never seen my mint get blooms on it. Cool. Well, I've never seen my mint here at the end of the house. I have mint there too, and I don't remember which one it is. And I don't remember ever seeing a bloom on it in 2 years. Oh, okay. Thyme and oregano gets blooms. Well, I got something out there that's went to bloom now. Oh, well, it's bolted. I don't know which one it was. I'd have to look at the little stick thingy. No, I don't have no chives. I wish I did. Couldn't find any. But yeah, one of my plants, I don't know, it's a herb. But when the heat hit, that sucker bolted. He got real tall and scraggly, and I don't know what it was. I mean, it had pretty flowers on it. I can't even remember what color they were. I think they were white. I can't remember. Oh, honey, I don't care. I just want chives. I don't know the difference. But I looked around here. I looked at Tractor Supply. I looked at Outwoods. At our little Papa's Country store and McClendon's. And none of them had chives, but McClendon's, every time they got any kind of vegetable or herb in, if you wasn't there when that truck unloaded, you wasn't getting nothing. Back pain, Brenda. I may have to. I'll have to order me some seeds. But man, my comfrey, that Patty, the tinker's wife, sent me, it went crazy. This little bitty plant is now, I mean, it was just a little bitty plant. It was just one leaf. And now that plant is like this big. And I'm like, holy moly, I'm going to have to put that someplace else. And man, it gets some pretty flowers on it. So I'm thinking what I may do with the comfrey is, since we move the cabin and once I get the cabin underpinned, I'm thinking I may take that comfrey and plant it all along the front of that cabin. Oh, they'll be in a tub. Will they take over if they're in a tub? But since that put off such, a beautiful plant. Oh my gosh, that's the prettiest plant I've seen. It kind of reminded me of the way the flowers come off or up. I don't know how to explain. Once the flowers come out, they turned down. Oh, it was pretty. Or is pretty. My dill took off. Oh, I got dill this year. I was letting it go to seed. I think the goats has pretty much trimmed it up. The buggers. I hope they puckered. But the goats don't bother my mint. They don't bother the oregano. They don't bother the sage. Oh, my other plant that died was a coriander. So my catnip and coriander didn't do too goodly. But everything else just went. Or I have another big tire over there that I can clean out and put the chives in. There is a fly bugging me. Half of that stuff you listed, I don't even know what it is. I'm sorry, Jana. I hope you got starts out of all of them. What the hell is the noise? There's something freaking me out. Oh, you fed the mosquitoes. Well, I tell you what, that was generous of you. Now I gotta feed. I gotta feed my skeeters tomorrow. No, get away, fly. Um, I go to water again tomorrow. Did you hear what happened to my cucumbers, Brenda? Oh, they didn't give you a choice. Oh, my cucumbers was looking so pretty. They were looking so pretty. I had cucumbers coming up all over. I got to pick 5 of them. Rick said, "Babe, won't you let the goats out for a little while? They could use some grazing." Okay. Let the goats out for a little while. Less than an hour, that demolished my cucumbers and my eggplants. I was like stinking on it. Yeah. I can't grow seaweed. I don't live near the sea. I did order me some valerian, I think. Well, I didn't let them near the garden. They just happened to find the garden. Um, I believe it was valerian root seeds that I got. Or no, maybe it's a St. Joseph something. No, St. John's. I don't know. Shoot for it. I can't remember. What is it? Oakens. See, I told you I don't know nothing about that. Oh, okay. I will. Z, do you have me? Did you have me on Facebook? If not, will you email me the name of that book? Because I'll never remember. Here's my email. Not Wendy. Yeah, I need to get around and get off of here. Really? We don't need your 2 cents. So I guess I'm going to call it a night, y'all. Remember, the world is a better place because y'all are in it. Don't ever, ever, ever forget it. And I love y'all, each and every one. Y'all take care. Bye.